So you think Moby Dick is just some long, dusty story about a guy hunting a whale? Well, I'm here to tell you it is so much more than that. It's this incredible deep dive into the human condition itself. And today, we're not going to just recap the plot. Nope, we're going to explore the emotional currents running just beneath the surface and see what this nearly 200-year-old epic can tell us about our own lives right here and right now. Okay, let's get into it.
Welcome to Iconic Books Explained.
It all kicks off with one of the most famous lines in all of literature. But see, this isn't just an introduction, it's an invitation. It's a request for intimacy, really. Right away, bam, we're on a first-name basis with our narrator, and we're about to see the world and the vast, terrifying ocean through his eyes. So, first big question, why does this guy, Ishmael, even go to sea in the first place? It's not for some grand adventure, and it's definitely not for the money. The reason is, well, it's something much, much more profound. It's a feeling that starts deep inside him, in what he calls a November in the soul. And come on, we've all felt this, right? It's this perfect description of a kind of internal weather. It has absolutely nothing to do with the season outside. It's that deep-seated despair, that sense of grimness that just settles over you like a fog and colors everything gray. You know what's wild? How incredibly modern that feels. I mean, Ishmael didn't have the words we use today, like burnout or anxiety or that feeling of just being totally adrift. But the sentiment he's describing, it's the exact same thing. It's that urgent, desperate need to just escape a life that has become suffocating. And here's the kicker. For him, the voyage isn't just some choice, it's a necessity. It is literally his alternative to self-destruction. The sea becomes a conscious act of survival, a deliberate turn away from the despair on land to find a reason, any reason, to keep living. And that leaves us with this huge question the book poses right from the start. For Ishmael, it was the ocean. But what about for us? When the world feels like it's just too much, when it's closing in, what is our ship? Where do we go to escape our own November? Okay, so let's shift gears. We're moving to the heart of the ship, to Captain Ahab. Because if Ishmael is escaping a lack of purpose, Ahab is this terrifying example of what happens when purpose becomes a prison. He is a man completely and utterly consumed by a single, vengeful goal. And this scene just brilliantly illustrates the massive gap between Ahab and, well, everyone else. He nails a gold coin to the mast as a prize for spotting the white whale. For the crew, it's simple. It's money. $16, 960 cigars. But for Ahab? Oh no. For him, the coin, the sun, the whole world, it's all just a giant mirror reflecting his own all-consuming obsession. I mean, listen to him. This is not the language of a happy man. Not at all. It's the sound of a soul being literally crushed under the weight of its own quest. He says his soul is exhausted, constantly climbing this hill that never ever ends. His purpose doesn't energize him, it drains him of his very life. But while Ahab locks himself away in his obsession, Ishmael finds the complete opposite. Out at sea, adrift from the entire world he knew, he discovers this profound, really unexpected connection. At first, Ishmael is totally terrified of the harpooner Queequeg, this man covered in tattoos who worships a small wooden idol. But then they're forced to share a bed, and then a life. And all that fear just melts away into one of the most beautiful friendships in all of literature. He learns to see right past the surface to the shared soul underneath. And this, right here, is the great lesson Ishmael learns. We are all flawed. Every single one of us is imperfect, a little bit broken, and it's in that shared vulnerability, this mutual need we all have for mending, that's where true connection is found. The thing is, the ship itself, the Pequod, becomes this incredible little microcosm of the world. It's filled with outcasts and renegades from every corner of the globe. And out here on the ocean, your titles and your status, none of that matters, not one bit. What matters is a shared humanity, a dignity that belongs to everyone equally. All right, so let's zoom out for a second. Let's pull way back from the ship and look at the vast stage where this whole drama plays out, the sea itself. And of course, its ultimate embodiment, the white whale. Terra incognita. It's just a fancy way of saying unknown land. And Melville reminds us that no matter how much we map it or sail it, the ocean remains a profound mystery. It's a force we can never, ever truly control or even fully understand. There's a word for this feeling, the sublime. It's that crazy mix of awe and, let's be honest, a little bit of terror you feel when you stand before something so immense, a mountain, a storm, the ocean, that it makes you feel both totally insignificant and somehow connected to something infinite. That feeling is what Moby Dick is all about. So, why is the whale white? For Ahab, its whiteness is terrifying. It's not the color of purity, but the color of nothingness, a blank canvas. It represents the horror of a universe that might not have a god, a universe without meaning that is utterly indifferent to our hopes and our obsessions. And that is something Ahab just cannot stand. And this is where the entire philosophical journey of the book comes full circle and points the mirror right back at us. The story forces us to look inward and ask some pretty tough questions. Look, we may not be chasing a literal whale, but we all have our own obsessions, don't we? A career goal, a relationship, a sense of perfection. What is the one thing that you pursue with the same kind of intensity as an Ahab? And this is the heart of it. Ahab sacrificed his crew, his ship, his own life, and his connection to humanity for his goal. The book asks us to seriously consider the price of our own ambitions. What are we willing to give up to get what we want? Ultimately, Moby Dick presents us with a choice. There are two paths. You can follow Ahab's, rage against the indifferent universe, demand answers that will never come, and find only destruction. Or you can follow Ishmael's, accept the mystery, find meaning and connection, and simply survive to tell the tale. And Ishmael survives floating on his friend's coffin. His body can be broken, stove in, just like a ship, but his soul, his core self, that remains untouchable. And in the face of an infinite, unknowable universe, maybe that's the only victory that truly matters, the simple, profound, and stubborn resilience of the human spirit.